Peace, family. What it do? What it do? What it do? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the most dangerous virtual lunchroom on the planet. That's right, the Lunch and Munch Meetup. We do this 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Tuesday. And look, what we look to do here is to provide extreme value to you by providing you tips, strategies, practical things, and mindset shifts that you're in motivation and inspiration. We can't forget about that to help you build you. Here's why. Because we believe at the Lunch and Munch Meetup that you can't build anything bigger than you build yourself. So we want to eliminate any excuse that you have for building the best you possible so you have a strong foundation to build your dreams, your desires, everything on. So we want to welcome you today. We have another amazing episode for you. We are starting a new series today called What About Your Friends? What about your friends? We've been talking, my partner Dwayne and I, we've been talking about the fact that friendship is something that we don't often talk about, right? And for a number of different reasons. But in this series, we want to just kind of dig a little deeper into that and also begin to make some meaningful connections between friendship and how it impacts how we develop. And that's in every element and aspect of our lives. No, none of us can exist in a bubble. And they say no man or woman is an island. So what about your friends? So if you're ready to get into this, if you're ready to get into the series, let's get it. Let me bring my bro on. Bro, what's going on with you, man?
Man, what's good? What's good, boy? I'm excited about this one, boy.
Yeah, hundred
Yes,
percent,
indeed.
100%, bro.
Yeah,
How you feeling though?
man, I'm good. I'm good, bro. How about you, man?
Man, I'm good, brother. I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be
Yeah,
here. You know what I'm saying?
no doubt.
You know what
No
I mean?
doubt.
We got another one. We got another amazing episode. We got another amazing series. We're going to bring some
Yeah,
people on as well over these next couple of weeks just to kind of talk about friendships and the meaning thereof and the impact of them and how we can how it is all instrumental in the things that we do, right? So we had a conversation, bro, and you actually brought it up to me, and you was like, "Yo, like, we talk about you, we meet people for the first time, and all of this, immediately they bro, they sis, you know what I'm saying? We don't know the person from a can of paint, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
automatically, we use these terms in some spheres or circles as a term of endearment, and that's we kind of go to that, but with no real intent on really making that person a friend, right? And so
right.
one thing that and I, as you said it really struck a chord with me. I was like, Dad, you're right. Like we don't really talk about friendships. We talk about collaborations, and when we talk about that, oftentimes it's in a business kind of connotation. Collaborating with people, so then this way you could do business together and things along those lines, which is all good. But
Yeah,
we don't really talk about the fundamentals of relationships, and the fundamentals of relationship is friendship, man. And that is a pillar, a cornerstone in relationships is friendship. So what inspired you, bro, to want to kind of walk down the road in this series?
man. Just a few things, man. In this season, I've had people that are close to me experience friendship issues,
Mm.
and I've personally gone through some myself. And man, just thinking about how the term we immediately give somebody that bro and that sis stamp out the gate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Without even truly figuring out who that person is.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say this, bro. I think kids do a better job than we do.
Mm.
Um, only I say that only because a kid knows who they want to hang around. You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Our kids know. And they do it based on, common things that they both like, or moments that they share. And they call somebody their friend.
Yeah.
Compared to us, is bro, sis. And I just think, man, personally, that term friendship has been um has been undervalued, bro.
Mm.
In this life cycle, man. I looked up the definition, bro, while we was prepping, and one thing that stood out to me, it says enduring affection, esteem, intimacy, and a trust between two people.
Mm.
And bro, we have to ask ourselves, to be honest, because bro, part of having friendships is, I think it goes back to that self-care piece. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times the reason why we get hurt so quick, bro, is because we put somebody in a category that they didn't even deserve to be in.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
like the friendship is kind of like a bond, good, bad, happy, or sad. I'm there,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? And so I think we set ourselves up for failure, bro, when something happens and, the person didn't see it like we saw it. And then, you thinking y'all this close, but they don't
Yep.
even see it. See it like
Excuse me.
that. You know what I mean?
100%. No,
Bro,
100%.
kids. Bro, my daughter, I took her to a party, her friend's party, where they started them all in with the party. And, you know, my daughter's best friend, their best friends. It's
Okay.
not like my daughter can claim her and this girl not claiming her. That
Yeah, yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense, bro.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And they have this connection and bond, where they say, man, that's my best friend. That's my friend.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And there's a genuineness behind it, bro. You know what
yeah.
I mean? There's an authenticity behind it when they say that. I think it has something to do with the heart, bro.
100%.
And I think from an emotional standpoint, they have a connection where it's bigger than just going outside with recess.
Yeah,
You know, they touch. I think they touch every area that comprises of their friendship. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, no, 100%.
Uh, because they've been through some challenges together. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
They've been there for each other. They go outside and play. They do homework together. You
yeah,
know what I mean, bro?
yeah,
And I think it's a lot simpler than what is what we've made it to be, bro.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
As adults, and I truly believe if we tap back into that, because that's a pivotal part of our lives, bro, is
Sure,
building real authentic bonds with people. You know what I mean?
sure.
I think we'll see from an emotional standpoint us changing our mindset, bro,
Yeah,
and how we operate, how we live life. We'll see it differently when we truly tap into what being a real friend is. You know what I mean?
sure. Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. And I think what's so powerful about what you're saying, particularly, and I think kids are an extremely great example for us to actually tap into and to follow, because with children they tend to be such a good gauge of character, right? And
Mm,
so they're able to they pick up on cues that I think for us, where they pick up on cues that's so genuine, and they're really tapped into people's character. They're really tapped into, so to the point. And if you ever listen to like a child, and I'm sure you've done it with your daughters, and I do with my kids, if you really listen to, like, particularly my 5-year-old, my daughter, when you listen to why this person is her friend, is very, very, very simple, and is genuine. It's very clear as to why this person is her friend, right? Whereas as we become adults, there are so many qualifying factors now that this person has to meet in order for us to even consider them to truly be friends, right? So the criteria changes when we're older. And I believe once the criteria changes, and then once we start to actually put our checklist to, okay, you can only rock with me if, or only be my friend if. Now, what ends up happening is, if people don't check off those boxes, then you could be missing out on a genuine relationship and friendship, because they don't meet these check things. You know what I'm saying? They don't check. You can't check it off your list. Whereas with children, it's they are not they are they it's not they don't have a checklist. They don't have preconceived notions. They don't have it is look, if you're kind, if we could laugh together, if we could color together, if we could play in the playground together and hold hands, and I help you on the monkey bars, or I help you down the slide, then we good money. If you showing me that you genuinely care about me, you open up the door for me to genuinely care about you, and from here on in, we rock it. It is what it is. And so now you have created this bond that was genuine, that was something that both of you all connected on. Whereas on the other side of it, when my daughter says no, when my daughter, she might not necessarily say, well, she'll say that they're not my friend. And the same thing, the reason why this person isn't my friend is also very clear and also very concise as well. And most of the time it's because they're mean, They don't, they don't like to share. They don't, you know what I'm saying? All of these things are character flaws. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very interesting, man. It's very, very interesting how simple children are able to determine, and they build friendships based upon character. And I think a lot of the time, like now, as we become adults, right, and we want to obtain a certain status, now our friendships are now determined on status as opposed to genuine character. So I just want to be associated with someone who appears to have a status, because then that reflects good on me. So my even consideration in you being my friend is based on what I can get. You know what I'm saying? And so it's very, very, very interesting, man, how, and to your point, how things have certainly shifted from being very childlike and genuine as far as friendships are concerned, to, as we get older now, with the way that society moves and the things that we're fed, making us believe that we should only establish relationships based upon what we can get, or if it puts us to a certain status, or if it makes us look a certain way, right? To be associated with this one or that one, or whoever, right? So I could take selfies with them or shout them out on the gram as my friend, when in actuality, I have really no investment in that relationship, nor do I have any desire to have an investment in that relationship, other than the fact that it makes me look good. So, bro, so I think it's super important that we are analyzing, like asking ourselves that question, bro. Like, to your point, like, is the relationships or my friendships based up, is it character based, or is it status based? Is it what I'm able to bring to the table? I see that this person, like me and you, Wayne, like, when we met, I'm like, yo, this brother has a genuine character. Like, this brother is really about serving. This brother is really about purpose. This brother is really about, like, building tables, and also, pulling people up, putting them on his back. Like, he's like, I could tell that, and I was like, yo, like, those values align, that character align. So it makes it doesn't it's not a far fetch, or it's not a surprise that we became not only friends, but now we've built a platform, and we're building a platform together. It makes all the sense in the world. So, bro, you
Yeah,
absolutely right, man. I think children are definitely a great place to start when we're talking about beginning to reshape and reframe even the way that we approach friendships as adults.
yeah, bro. We, I think we've made it so confusing, and I think social media has a lot to do with it too. Because just think about the Instagram, the Facebook. Send somebody a friend request. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Yep.
so we've um we've devalued it, bro. You know how you go and you buy a chemical and they tell you to put water in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Diluted there.
We've taken the pureness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of friendships
Ooh.
where
Yeah.
we
Yep.
where people that shouldn't be friends should just be associates.
Yeah.
Or,
Mm.
when I was playing rec league ball, bro, I had people, my peers, that we just played ball together.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
weren't necessarily my friends, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
100%.
And so
Yeah.
I think we've we and there in ways we've set ourselves up to to thinking a way about about certain people, when they shouldn't even be in that. They shouldn't even commune with you to that level.
Yeah.
They should just be social friends where y'all meet up and go watch the game.
Yeah.
But can they tap into you when it's time to talk about the word?
Yeah.
Or can
Yeah.
they tap into you when it's time to talk about mindset? Or when you in your dark times? That's what friendship is.
Yeah.
And
Ooh. Mm.
I think for the people that's watching, and for me, bro, like I said, I've lost some friends.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
now I
Yeah.
have to ask myself, I redirect and say, did you do everything that you were supposed to do? as a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to reevaluate it because my perception of friendship has changed. You know, so
Mm.
I have to go back and redirect and be like, okay, what does it mean to be a friend? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And and bro, I think when we start doing that, we'll see a healthier life for
100%.
us, bro. You know what I mean?
100%.
People will see a healthier way of living because we haven't boxed ourselves in, but we appreciating the raw, authentic friendships that we do have, and we making the most of it. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro?
Yeah.
And so, Lunches, I challenge you, man, to just take a step back for a minute and look at the people you call bro, sis,
Yeah.
and be like, man, why do I call them that? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, and really think about your friends, you know, the people you know you can count, because a friend, man, you know you can count on a friend. Bro,
That's
I know, Pop, I know I could hit you up right now and it's like, bro, I need a prayer, bro.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
sir. Yep.
You
Same
know,
here.
I know I can hit you up and be like, Pop, I need $20 real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I
100%.
got you, B. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, there's a there's an emotional, spiritual, physical, mental connection that you have with a person that's friend, bro. It's almost similar to our relationship with our Lord and Savior, bro. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
And you know, whether you spiritual or not, like, there's something that happens on the inside of you when you're building with a person, you know what
100%.
I mean?
Yeah.
From every aspect of your life, that you know, like, it's deeper than just, man, we just going to hang. You know, it's deeper
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So,
No. No.
but
No.
yeah, bro.
Bro, that's big, man. And I think, um, yo, I mean, as you're talking, what really stood out to me, man, is the fact, like you said, like, the question that we have to ask ourselves is do we have friends, or do we have associates? And
Yeah,
realistically, making that differentiation. And I like what you said about social media, because we've equated followers to friends. And if you think about that for a second. I can't tell you how many times, like, I look at my analytics on Instagram, and it says you gained X amount of followers and you lost this amount of followers. So now imagine if you equating friends to followers, right? And yeah, you gained 100 or 1,000, but you lost 900. You know what I'm saying? Like that is not a realistic gauge on friendship. Those are just followers. Those are just people who have seen what it is that you produce or that you put out to the world. They like it, so they decided to follow you. That doesn't mean that they have any invested interest in you, other than the fact that you're giving them something that they needed at that particular time, right? That's it.
yeah, yeah,
Friends, and I think, bro, to your point, and I think maybe we'll delve into this a little bit, in the next episode, but because you mentioned friendship hurt. And I think one of the things that might contribute to that just popped in my mind, is the fact that, like, we put an unrealistic expectation on what we falsely define friendship as, what really should be just association. And we then put the requirements of friendship, of covenant, really, because a friendship, in a sense, has elements of covenant to it, right? As far as a commitment to one another. And then you take that covenant commitment of friendship, and you try to then apply that to association. And that don't work. That doesn't work. The association cannot hold up to the standard, and it cannot hold up to the weight of the expectation and the richness of what friendship really is, and what that really means. So we're throwing everything we have into associations, misunderstanding what it means. And then when we're hurt by then when the associates step away, or don't or they're not involved anymore, or they stop following us on the gram, right? Then we feel a certain kind of way, because we look at them as being friends. But when they were, at no point in time was that supposed to be something that they were, or a title, or they should have not maintained, or we should have not allowed them to ever fall into the category of friendship. And so I think that's something that we have to kind of delve into too, bro, because as we're talking about friends in this series of what about your friends, I think it's very important that we make a clear what's the word, a defining line. I would say we have to clearly
Yeah.
define what friendship is and what association is, and make sure that we're not intermingling the two, and making sure that we're not putting the same expectations on the two, because they're not one and the same thing. They're not one and the same thing. So bro, like this is a great discussion I think that we are going to delve into. So I want y'all, so listen to me real quick, y'all. Like I'm telling y'all, like, tell a friend to tell a friend to lock into the Lunch and Munch meetup. Like, we do this 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Tuesday. This is the most dangerous, and I hope they don't flag us for saying dangerous. We don't mean dangerous in a bad way. We mean dangerous in a good way. The most dangerous virtual lunchroom on the planet, and we don't say that lightly. Like, we're having conversations that you may be having already in your head, and you're looking for resolutions for. You're wondering why it's hard for you to have good relationships, right? Like, people come in and out of your life, but you're finding it difficult to actually solidify relationships. And as we said, whether you're spiritual or not, you can look out in nature and see that everything is interconnected. Everything has a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a relationship. Everything is contingent upon something else. And us as human beings, we're also interconnected. It's very important for us to have connection. And this is why friendship is something that we have to talk about and discuss, because this is a healthy part of our lives. And so it's extremely imperative and important that we're having this conversation. So tell a friend to tell a friend, or tell an associate, or somebody, tell them to come and pull up on us, so we can have this conversation, so we can get healthy in this space. So next week, bro, we're going to be talking about the fine line between association or associates and friendships. So y'all do not want to miss that episode. Do not want to miss the episode. Bro, you got anything that you want to close us out with, bro?
Hey man, look, y'all stay tapped in because we want to get a therapist in here. Uh we want to bring some people that's been friends for decades.
Mm.
Like this, I'm telling you, we're about being healthy.
Yep.
And we had Shadon on, we talked about physical, we talking about mental health now. Like, because this friendship aspect, I believe, bro, a lot of people dealing with it.
Hmm.
And they just haven't even came out and said it, bro. You said it. It's people that's thinking it, and they hadn't had a way to just express it. But we about to address it here at the Lunch and Munch.
100%. 100%. So again, we want to thank you all for tapping in with us. If you are not following us already, do us a huge favor. Click that subscribe button. You also want to hit that bell notification, so that this way you'll be notified every time we go live. And listen, share this out. Share this link. You could also catch us on Instagram. We put all the highlights on Instagram. If you are busy 9 to 5 worker, if you got a lot of things going on and you just got to catch the highlights so you can just get your fix, you can hit us up, or you can certainly go over to IG, and we'll be posting all of that there. We'll also put the Instagram handle and things like that in our show notes, so that this way you'll have access to us. But look, we just want to appreciate you. We've been doing this strong for, I don't even know what episode this is. It's got to be up in the 80s, close to 90th episode or something like that. And we're just so grateful, because without y'all, there's no Lunch and Munch. So we love y'all to absolute life, and there's nothing that y'all could do about it. We're going to catch y'all next week. Peace.
Gone.